Hurricane Milton was coming through, and a man who they coined as Lieutenant Dan was like, nah, bitch, I ain't leaving. It was a lot of people saying they ain't leaving.
Dan, you weren't afraid at all last night?
No, I'm not scared of anything. What I've been through, this weather is nothing, and I put my faith in God.
Lieutenant Dan's story has taken social media by storm, literally riding out the massive storm Hurricane Milton in his sailboat. On Thursday morning, once the rain and winds had passed, he spoke with CBS about what it was like overnight.
It was pretty mellow. The wind picked up for a little bit and bounced me around. At one point last night, I was getting bashed up against this wall. So I went out and I cut my anchor line to get away from it. So I have a $250 anchor sitting down there that I got to go in and get.
Dan. Hey, bro, you can be stupid or you could be brave, but he was like, nah, man, I'm staying in my boat. And a lot of people was like, hey, get out your boat. But he was like, it's going to come. He's like, oh, this is all I have.
You weren't afraid at all last night?
No, I'm not scared of anything. What I've been through, this weather is nothing, and I put my faith in God. God told me to come here. God told me 5 years ago, I was in Colorado, he put on my heart, Tampa, Florida, and get a boat. I woke up one morning with that on my heart, and that's all I could think about. And I left Colorado, I went to North Carolina, left North Carolina, came to Florida. I've been in Florida for 5 years, stuck on the East Coast, never came over. In March, I came over, I found this boat for $1,200. I bought it, I come to Tampa, and guess what? Tampa floods. Not today, not yesterday, but during the last one, Helena. Helena was way worse than what this one was.
The 54-year-old's real name is Joseph Malinowski. He is missing his lower left leg. His nickname, Lieutenant Dan, refers to a similarly disabled Forrest Gump movie character. He tells NBC News his leg was amputated after he was hit by a car at 16. Malinowski went viral on TikTok after people learned he was planning on weathering the hurricane from his small boat.
Are you okay?
Look, this is before the storm. This is after like the mayor was like, leave or die. He's like, nah, I'm gonna be on my boat. Now look at his logic, guys. Let me know if his logic is sound.
Everybody's worried about you.
Who's worried about it?
It's all over TikTok.
Everybody, across the country.
I'm gonna go live in a minute.
Are you gonna be okay?
I'm gonna be fine.
You said I'm going to go live in a minute.
I think people realize you're so close to down. I mean, you could just get off if something bad happened. You know what I mean?
I'm not going anywhere because the safest place to be is on a boat in a flood. Okay, we learned that with Noah. Everybody that stayed on land drowned. Noah and the animals lived.
Reporter Brian Enton with News Nation shared this video of Lieutenant Dan the morning before the storm.
If the tide goes up, I go up. As long as the water stays out of the boat, I'll be fine. And the wind is, it's not a tornado. It's not going to get lifted up and thrown into Kansas. Okay, it's not like that. I'm not suicidal, but I'm putting it in God's hands and taking it out of mine and man's.
All right.
So I'm sitting tight.
The journalist then shared an update after the worst of the weather had passed. Lieutenant Dan seemingly doing fine.
Lieutenant Dan! Are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Are you sure? I think you made it through the worst of it.
Okay, so my man survived, but this is not why he went viral. He went viral because if you remember earlier, he said, hey, I'm about to go live. So he goes live, right? And Adin Ross is like, yo, everyone is looking for their next Hawk Tuah moment, their next Hawk Tuah girl. Adin Ross is like, yo, we about to sign you to Kick. We gonna get you a boat. We gonna do all this shit.
And we're gonna get you a full-time Kick deal, which is a live streaming deal where you can stream your entire voyages and all your adventures. And you could have a passive income come in. And you're gonna be, you're gonna have a Kick deal, man, a live streaming deal. So you could live stream and connect with the fans all over the world, and they could really see your adventure, man.
Wow. Thank you.
It's gonna be insane.
I mean that from, I don't know what else to say other than thank you. Bless you all.
Seems cool.
And but we'll be all right.
You're gonna be good, man.
Look, my life, I was satisfied with my Social Security disability check every month. That kept me in food and whatever other things I might have needed, and I was content with that. But I was never happy with it. You know, I was content to be able to survive like that. but you're giving me the opportunity to live. And I don't know if you don't understand what that means because you probably lived your whole life. But I lost my leg when I was 16, cut it off when I was 18. And then when I got married at 19, my life really just took a different turn. And then I was diagnosed with cancer when I was 30. I went through 14 years of Oxycontin addiction because of that. Got off Oxycontin in 2014 and then been on the street since 2015.
Wow.
So my life has been very eventful, but not in a good way. And
It's crazy.
now
You a boat no more.
Now, after this, Adin Ross ended up learning of his criminal record. And the word on the street was that Adin Ross was like, look, the deal's off because of his criminal record. And this was circulating the internet like wildfire. Everyone was talking about it like, yo, how could you just promise him $100,000, a boat and a kick deal and then take it away because of his criminal record? Now, he is about to be very forthcoming over these next 2 minutes about what happened with law enforcement and how he feels about Adin Ross rescinding the deal.
Feel about Adin Ross telling you he not getting you a boat no more.
He came to me. I never went to him. He offered it to me. I never asked for it. So then he turned around and he starts singing about my history. Well, you should have did that before you made the offer. You know, if you're worried about your image and who you have working for you, you should have done your due diligence and looked me up before you made me an offer of $100,000 sign-on bonus and $50,000 a month with a $100,000 boat. And I'm gonna let you go because I don't care about that. But I'm gonna tell you
He
this.
took the money away too?
Huh?
He took the 100K?
Took that, as far as I know, everything.
Oh, wow.
You know, and that's the thing. I mean, I didn't ask you for it. You offered it. I agreed to do what you asked me to do. You asked me to be on Kick 100 hours a month. I agreed. I said, no problem. I'll do it. I'm down for that. We agreed. And then all of a sudden, next thing I see her and see on the internet is how you're disgusted with my history and that deal is done.
So what about your history that disgusts him so bad? Because
Now he's about to go over his criminal history. Now, look, guys, pay attention. You know, sometimes people do create crimes back in the day. But his story is a little different. You know, some stories are like black and white as far as like Austin St. John collecting the money from the PPP stuff. Yeah, he did that shit. But this one is a little different.
we all got a history. Nobody closet clean.
I went to prison. I did jail time. But I have to tell you point blank, God to my soul, I'm innocent of all the charges. I was charged with battery on a law enforcement officer. He said I punched him in the nose. I never even saw the cop. He beat the hell out of me from behind. And then I went to prison for a year and a day on a battery on a Leo charge. And I never even saw him. But the thing is this, is where karma and God are real. Because the bartender who started it all, the manager and the arresting officer were all the witnesses. While I went to prison for 5.5 months, the 44-year-old bartender had a massive heart attack in his sleep and died.
Oh my God.
The cop, who was a street cop that used to wear the sheriff thing across his chest and have the gun and the boots and the military, he's now behind a desk at the substation in Lake Worth. So that when you walk in, he's like, "How can I help you?" Tell me that ain't a demotion.
Right.
And on top of that, he looks like he's got cancer.
Oh my God.
And that ain't my fault. I didn't do nothing to you.
Right.
You know what? Karma bit you on the ass.
Karma bit you in the ass. Yeah, I'm saying. Now, here's the thing, guys. I've been promised big things by by people before, and they did not deliver. And you feel like shit just for trusting them. But this was truly an internet story because Adin Ross was like, yo, hey, no, don't believe the internet. I never said that shit.
3, 2. Yo! Dan!
What's up?
You let the internet get a hold of you, man.
Bro, why is he with the Island Boys? Look, I'm telling you guys, if you get any type of clout, it's going to be clout goblins around you.
Never ever said any of that stuff. It's all fake news.
Okay. That's all right. Good with me. I'm good with you. That's fine. I didn't care.
I know you didn't care. I saw your reaction, but it broke my heart a little bit because it's so easy to manipulate the internet into thinking of a clip. I pulled up a clip.
About it.
Yeah. I pull up a clip, right? I pull up a clip and I'm like, what? Right after that, I said, I don't care about any of that. I said, we all have a past, for one. For two, you open up to me about your past drug addiction and stuff, bro. I would never do that. I would never, ever take back what I offered you, bro. We had a good conversation. I even texted your boy Tanner at 4:30 in the morning after the stream ended. I said, well, let's have a boat. Does he want? Did he pick out his boat? This is after. This is before all this stuff. Sir. 3, 2.
Now, so the goal, I guess, the moral of the story is the guy is getting his boat. He's getting this thing. I mean, there was a GoFundMe. They raised for him for $40,000. He'll probably get that. He'll probably get that. But goes to show that, hey, sometimes, you know, there could be a silver lining or Adin Ross at the end of the tunnel. Should you make it famous? And I bet you his adventures, just being what looks to be living on a boat, could make for some good content. But what do you guys think of this whole Adin Ross drama unfolding before your eyes? And I believe his criminal record did get posted under one of these clips where it just showed it. Here we go, right here. Following a jury trial, defendant was found guilty of aggravated kidnapping. Whoa, what the hell? I think they photoshopped this stuff on him, man. Why does the internet do this? Why do they do this? Look, man, I think they photoshopped this on him. Only reason I'm saying that, look at the background, look at the Photoshop. Like, you can't have nothing. You can't have nothing when the internet be sacred, man. I was like, oh, I think they found it. Then I looked at it, I was like, oh God. Anywho, man, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. God damn, man.